Hey everyone, in this video I'm gonna reuse this bag I got as a gift. Somebody gave it to me and said, well, do something pretty with it, and this time I was thinking, let's do something Halloween. So let's make a Halloween bag. So firstly I painted one part of the bag with white paint twice, of course, and let it dry between each layer. So this is the side where I'm gonna decoupage it, and for this I using this cute Halloween kind of rice paper. So I apply decoupage glue onto the bag itself, then I tear up the rice paper in many places for a better placement onto the bag. And if you hear a dog snoring, that's my in the background. Well, he decided he needs to be lying here by my side this time. So, but I am pretty sure the ones that are following me know that I do have a Labrador, and well, he loves to be around us. So, okay, so I am gluing this with good amount of decoupage glue to making sure it is glued onto the bag, and then I, of course, after it is glued, I let it dry before continuing working on it. And don't worry about where you can see the wrinkles. It's not wrinkles, it's where I tear up the rice paper. So now we are gonna do some blending and such. And for this I am using some acrylic paints, and I firstly painted everything around with a dabber with black paint. And as you can see, I'm even going inside the rice paper for a nice better blending, because I don't think I could do the black of the rice paper anyway. So I'm going also inside the rice paper a little bit for a nice better blending. And even after this I went with, I think, white paint over it, so the paint becomes a little bit like less black. And now with a really small brush I am just painting over, as you can see, where my rice paper was tear up, and now a little bit of painting just here and there for a nice blending of my bag. It's just playing around, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It is only really so I tried a little bit that my bag looks better with the painting around. And now with small brush, a little bit of water and paint, I am applying different kinds of dots on my Halloween bag. And then after that I let, of course, everything dry. Best is you let it dry a little bit between these dots so they don't run into each other. So, and now my trusted glitter decoupage glue, it's the next step, which I am applying on my bag on the one side, and then I let this dry, of course, making sure there is no excess of the glue, because that will dry out white, not clear, of course. So this is that, and now it is time. The next step will be pouring glaze, which is we're gonna seal our bag. And I applied, I would say, up to 3 layers of the glaze for a nice shiny look, and of course let it dry between each layer. And now on to the other side of my bag, and for this I am using air drying clay and some stems I have an molds of course as well. So firstly, I just roll out my clay to a nice thin layer, which I made sure it will fit on my bag. As you can see here, I am checking and making here the marks, so I know technically where my stem should go. So I'm just marking it. I'm not gluing it yet. So I'm just doing that. Of course, you can glue it and after that applying the stems, but I did it this way because when I make a mistake and the stems are not as visible as I want it, so I can go and start all over. So as you can see, I am applying some pressure here and putting my stems where I know they will be visible around my bags here and there, and this is the way I continue making it all the way around with the stems I showed you guys. And now I am applying my express glue on my onto my bag, a good amount of express glue all the way around, and then carefully I will be placing my clay on my bag so it will fit around, making sure, as you can see here, making sure it will fit. Of course it fits because I know it fits, but well, slowly, and cutting the excess of course away with a spatula here. Careful. Oops. Yeah, that's me. I let all the time things fall, but nothing breaks. Luckily nothing breaks. Okay, and now my mold, I'm using this one. You can use whatever mold you want. I am putting some clay inside, and this mold is a little bit shallow, so it's a little bit difficult to put the clay in, but it is in. And now again I am gluing this around my bag on the side where the clay already is. See, again I let it drop. I don't know why I let things drop. That's me. That's normal. Luckily I don't do many glass things. I don't know why. I'm just like, okay, well, that happens. That's me. Okay, now my clay is dry and it is time to paint the clay part. And for this, firstly I painted the whole thing in black paint, and I took off the excess of the paint with wet towel before the paint dries out. And yeah, if you like this kind of videos, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please do give me a nice comment or thumbs up and let me know what you think about my Halloween bag so far. So you can see here I am wiping off the excess. Now I am sealing it with matte varnish before I was continuing working on it, because I kind of didn't know what I'm gonna do next. I had two things in my mind I want to do, and I was sure, so I was like thinking, okay, firstly let's seal it. Let's seal my black paint. So for this I'm using the matte varnish, and now I am painting the border with green paint, and I took the excess, so it will be just a little bit greenish, not as much. I mean, I didn't want it to be like green, I wanted to just have it like a green accent there. Then I decided to put dots on it, but after, I must admit, after applying those, and I was like thinking, okay, am I going to show you this or not? Well, I didn't like it. I didn't like the outcome, so I just wiped them off like this. You know, I made it like greenish looking little bit. And now I am sealing it all again. So see, it's just like a greenish look, nothing else. And there are some beds on it, as you can see. I hope you can see them. And now a little bit of wax paste for a nice shimmery look. Of course, you can skip this step if you don't want to. So a little bit of that. Silver sparkling wax paste. My next step here. And then I have this, it's called moss effect, which you apply these three paste where you want, and then for drying you use heat gun, and it dries nicely, and it becomes this moss effect, um, as you can see here. So carefully, heat gun is hot, of course, so make sure it can burn, so make sure it doesn't burn. And now there it is, all finished, my Halloween inspired upcycling bag. And I hope you like this video, enjoy watching it. And next time will be another Halloween video, because I prepared something new as well. So until next time, bye.